Aarhus in Denmark is home to 22-year-old Benjamin. He developed psoriasis at the age of 2 and cannot remember life without it. His psoriasis made school particularly difficult.
Every time everybody talks to you, you get that kind of scared, and you don't know what they're going to confront you with. So you don't know if they're going to laugh at you or point at you, tease you in any way. So you get kind of self-conscious about it. And I think pretty much everybody I've known as a young boy have teased me with it. So that's kind of got natural for me at the end. It's always hard, but you always knew it was coming. I always think about if I would have more friends, because I used a lot of my time going to doctors, being treated for this, instead of going out and being with other children. I always thought about how that could affect me, but that's life. It sucks sometimes, especially when you have a sickness like this.
As he grew up, Benjamin realized that his teenage years would be hard too.
That's where you start finding out what the consequences are of what you're doing with your psoriasis. You begin noticing what happens with your body, because as a child it's there and your parents help you and that's it. When you came to that age where you begin to drink and think about girlfriends and so on, that scared me a bit. Not the drinking part, but the women part. Hadn't had that many girlfriends over the time. More or less, I don't know how to tell them I have my psoriasis. Don't know how they're gonna react, because I want people to know me before I tell them about my sickness. So, never been good with the girls at the young teenage years. I've always been kind of insecure when I had to remove my clothes, but especially with a girlfriend, because you don't know how they're gonna react when they see it, and it's not what you want to show when you're with a girl. I was still afraid that she's gonna turn you down.
When Benjamin met his current girlfriend Nana, he dreaded telling her about his disease.
When I confronted her, I was really anxious, because I did really like her a lot and thought this could be a great thing if it kept on. You also get nervous, and that doesn't help your psoriasis, so it gets even worse. Then we worry even more to tell her. So yeah, that was a tough one.
Benjamin is happy in his relationship, but other areas of his life haven't gone so well. His psoriasis affected his career as an electrician.
That was really hard, because you have to be in a lot of dust, you have to do with a lot of oil, and you have all sorts of small particles getting in. It's like an open wound, so that was quite hard. That's where I thought this is not something I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
Benjamin was forced to abandon his career as an electrician and is now studying to be an engineer. But he's worried that his psoriasis will affect his work in other ways.
You have to meet a lot of important people, you have to make business meetings and represent your firm. Of course, I'm also worrying about how if my psoriasis can affect that, because I have to look representable. I can't look like a monster when I come out. I don't know how they're gonna react if all my face is covered more or less with psoriasis, because of course it's gonna be repulsing at first. I have my worries, but I'm sure I'm gonna get through. Else I'm gonna find a job where it's more suitable for my illness. I also have to worry about, as a boss, you talk a lot about stress-related work. and my psoriasis is very delicate to stress, so I don't know how much it's gonna infect me. I'm just gonna see what happens and make my decisions afterwards.
Benjamin wants to study abroad as part of his course, but recently he's been having pains in his hands that may signal the onset of psoriatic arthritis.
Going to see my doctor about psoriasis, arthritis, because it's killing me when I'm doing my studying, especially typing. My plans is to go abroad, studying a semester in Australia.
If it is psoriatic arthritis, he'll have to stay in Denmark for treatment.
This meeting can more or less determine where I'm gonna be the next year. Because if I can't get the doctor to explain me what it is in my fingers, I can't leave the country. If they say okay, or they can tell me what's wrong with me. Well, there's no sign of arthritis in my blood samples or x-rays, so there's nothing wrong with me going abroad. So that's good, but it's bad that I can't get any help with the pains except painkillers. I can aim for Australian, so I'm all for it for that. So that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good start for a new day, yeah.
Benjamin is encouraged by the negative blood tests. But what's causing the pains in his hands? Is the diagnosis correct?